I'm in the foster care system because my parents weren't very nice.
I lived in about 9 homes, I think.
I've been in about 15 different homes.
I lost count of how many homes I've been in.
I don't know why they move me around so much.
I just keep on moving and moving.
I always bring this with me. My brother gave it to me.
People don't want me, like people just say goodbye.
I don't want anything from the past. No me llevo nada.
Sometimes I leave a lot of stuff behind.
I always pretend that I'm starting all over again.
I don't know why my mommy doesn't want me.
Yo no llevo todo, yo no llevo nada. En mi maleta una luz apagada.
A foster care is just families who take on kids who have been taken away from their natural families because of abuse or neglect.
I used to come here a lot when my mom would forget to pick me up from school.
And many times their culture is taken away from them because they get placed with families who don't understand them.
It's very important that they can identify with somebody who comes from the same background that they come, que les hable en español.
I never know what the rules are, and sometimes I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Children in the foster care system have a social worker assigned to them. Unfortunately, these social workers are overwhelmed.
The caseworker for my child has something like 40 cases.
I want a real family. That's the only thing that I've ever wanted.
Yo no llevo todo, yo no llevo nada. En mi maleta una luz apagada. Yo no llevo todo, yo no llevo nada. En mi maleta una vida olvidada. Yo no llevo todo, yo no llevo nada. En mi maleta una luz apagada.
What the foster kids want is a safe home.
It's hard to imagine the cruelty that some of these kids undergo. Children are in the system, but they don't have an advocate like a CASA.
CASA is the acronym for Court-Appointed Special Advocate.
I know that there are other parts of the country where the people who do the same thing that I do are called guardians ad litem, and at other places they are called child advocates.
What I am the voice of the children who are in the foster care system and going to court to let the judge know what they want, what they need.
Court can be an intimidating place for a young child. Just seeing somebody with the robe on sitting up high is a scary experience.
Court was really scary when I was younger because there were so many grown-ups there. Just, you know, I was the only kid there and I was scared. The CASA member I had really helped a lot. It was like I had a friend in the courtroom.
A child advocate is a very important figure in this situation, in the courtroom, because the child is very scared to be in a place that he's not familiar with. The CASA volunteer or the child advocate or the guardian ad litem is somebody that they can count on for support, somebody to be there by their side in a very scary situation.
I have a 6-year-old little girl right now, and her name is Lorena. And I said, Lorena, I'm going to the judge tomorrow. What do you want me to tell him? And she would say, well, tell him I want to stay in this house.
Everybody changes when I move, but not my CASA volunteer. She's the same one everywhere I go.
I really like my CASA volunteer.
It is very important that children see other people from their own ethnic group.
In some cases, their religion is changed.
It helps them a lot to know that there's somebody there who looks like them, who eats the same foods that they eat.
I think I see myself as someone like him when I was his age. I would hope that he will be a bilingual, bicultural person. Despite the fact that I've been in education and in civic life all these years, I wasn't that aware of what the extent to which children need the system.
My CASA volunteer helped me find a family.
You should volunteer to be a CASA because it will be the most fulfilling thing you ever do.
For most of us, a suitcase means an adventure, it means a vacation, it means fun, it means lots of good stuff. But for these children, a suitcase means uncertainty. It means moving from place to place, from home to home, from family to family, and never having a stable place.
They need us to help them put away their suitcases.
It would be a great success to have someone empty the suitcase and not have to fill it up again.
Me gustaría decirles que se toquen sus corazones. You'll be touching the heart of a young person.
If we want to make our communities better, we must help.
Nuestros niños nos necesitan.
Get rid of that suitcase.
They need us.
We can show these kids that they're worthy of love.
We must help.
Volunteer.
I think it's essential.
We can help.
Especially in the Latino community.
We can show these kids that they're worthy of love.
We need to come out and say, here we are. I think we're making progress.
Councilwoman Joanne Nealon, and this is Westfield 360. I'm with the Executive Director of CASA of Union County, New Jersey, Dominic Profit. Good morning, Dominic.
Good morning.
I'd like you to tell us and the viewers at home a little bit about CASA, what it stands for. What is the name is intriguing.
Well, CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. And we have a program here called Court Appointed Special Advocates of Union County, serving the Union County area, or the children of Union County. And can you just tell us the mission of CASA? What exactly does the CASA do, the organization do? The central mission of CASA is to recruit, screen, and train volunteers or community volunteers to become advocates for children. And what is that? What does it mean to become an advocate for a child? Well, an advocate for a child, we serve the population of kids who are brought into foster care, or what they call now out-of-home placement. And our volunteers are trained to basically advocate for their best interests in court. And what does that mean? I guess is a child, when they come into the foster care system, they're given, obviously, a worker who is assigned to their case. Right. They are given a law guardian who represents their legal interests in court. But oftentimes, the child's best interest, what the child needs, wants, and desires, is sometimes left out. They're sometimes not given that voice. So they have a legal guardian, they have a legal advocate, and a CASA advocate differs because this person focuses more on developing, would you say developing a relationship with the child? Yes, they develop a relationship with the child on a one-to-one basis where they understand their needs. They understand certain things that they may go through as they are placed in a foster care and they go through the foster care system. So we'll talk more about the effect on the child in a bit, but I want to talk about how did CASA get started? When did it begin? Can you give us some background? Well, the CASA of Union County, the recent program started back in March 2005. But prior to that, there was a CASA in Union County that was a court-run program. And it ran for a few years from 2000 and up to 2004. What occurred is that the program was closed. And what we have now is a community that saw that there is now no one speaking for that best interest of the child, at least at the one-to-one level. Right. So there was a need. There was a need that was addressed by the community, mostly in Westfield at the beginning. And then it grew throughout the Union County area.